Hello, this is Nick from Prestman doing a video walkthrough of our 2022 Chevy Silverado. This is the 3500. So what I'm going to do is we're going to walk all the way around. We're going to check for any dents, scratches, any kind of blemishes in the outside. Then we're going to pop underneath real quick just to make sure there's no rust or anything weird under there. After that, we'll go inside, press all the buttons, make sure everything's working correctly. And then finally, we'll pop the hood to evaluate just a little bit in the engine bay, just for good measure. So first impressions are actually really good. Normally you'd expect to see a little bit of rock chipping on the front just because that's usually where it is, but I'm not seeing much of anything. So starting off very strong. It does look like it needs a little bit of a bath. You got some like scuffs and stuff down here that can get washed off, but for the purposes of the condition, it's looking really solid. So let's start going around, see if there's anything that we can find. If there is, I'll be sure to stop, zoom in, make sure you get a good visual so you know everything going on. Tires on here are in great condition. You got loads of life left in those, so that's awesome. Running boards, obviously, always a pleasure. Looks like you got a little, oh, never mind, that's coming off. Thought we found a scratch, but 'twas not so. You know, I gotta say, the little steps in the back here, the first time I saw that in a truck, I was like, that's dumb, you could just climb in the back. But they're so much more helpful than I thought they were. You got a little bit of a rock chip right in there. So nothing too crazy, but good to know nonetheless, good to know. And then right in here, never mind, that's just dirt as well. I'm really trying, I'm trying to show you everything on here, but it's just dirt for the most part. Awesome. Well, honestly, as far as the exterior goes, I'll give it a 9.5 out of 10. It looks really nice. So I'm very impressed. But let's peek our heads underneath real quick, see what we can find. All right. So you are wise to ask to see underneath. A lot of cars in Utah and Idaho where they salt the roads can get a little bit rusty under here. This one didn't spend its life here in Utah for the most part, so you're going to be pretty much good to go. But it's still good to check. So I'm not seeing any crazy rust, any weird shenanigans. So looking very solid up in here. Cool. Let's check out the inside real fast. All right, so what I'm gonna do is we're gonna turn the car on, obviously, but when I do, I'm gonna leave the camera up here on the dash. That way, if there's any kind of warning lights or anything weird popping up, you'll be the first to know. So let's check it out. There we go, you got a bit of a cold start there, so that's good. All right, so you got your seatbelt light, which is obviously correct. I'm not wearing my seatbelt. But other than that, oh, and the door light. My door's open. So say hello to my trainee. Hi. But other than that, everything up here is super solid. So let's cycle through a couple things real quick, just for good measure. All right, oil life's good. Brake pads are good. Cool. So everything up here looks super solid. As far as interior features go, you have a lot of them. So I'm gonna go a little bit fast just for the sake of time, so this video isn't like 30 minutes long. But you got your heated steering wheel up here. That's going to have heated seats, as well as cooled seats, all of which are definitely a pleasure. You got parking sensors, you can drop the tailgate, your exhaust brake, and on, all the fun stuff. Down here you got your trailering and stuff, plugins, infotainment screens, make sure everything's working correctly. Let's turn on your sound system. Okay, I don't know how good my speakers on my phone are, but that was freaking loud. Who is Oh, it's Bose. Okay, that tracks. Bose are really nice. Anyway, you got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, you got your towing and everything up here, and on and on and on. So in the back, you're also going to have the window that comes back, which people care a lot about for some reason, which is fine. You can love it, that's okay. Wireless phone charger, just dot our eyes. Windows roll down, windows roll up, down, and up. Awesome. And then of course you can fold in mirrors and whatever else. So as far as interior condition goes, it's really good. I'm not seeing any rips, any dents, any tears, anything crazy. Looks like you got a little bit of dirt there as well, so we'll get that cleaned up for you. But other than that, it's looking fantastic. Back seat, same story. Very, very nice. It just looks good. I don't want to be a broken record here. I know I'm a salesman, but it genuinely looks very nice. So we can go over features all day. There's no shortage of things to play with in here, but for the sake of time, we'll probably call that there. Let's pop the hood in the engine bay. We'll check that out real quick, and then that should be good for our video. So while we're out here, here's a quick look around some of our lot. This is maybe like 30% of our cars. So we got more over on the other side over there. And then we also bought up a little bit of land on that side over there, so we're expanding. So we sell more cars here than any independent dealer in the state. We've been around for 34 years now, which isn't like super important to know, but I feel like when you're buying from out of state, it's nice to know a little bit about who you're working with. So there's our sales building. Here's our service center where we inspect all the vehicles. And then over there's detail. So I digress. Let's check out the car. All right. So I don't know how mechanically inclined you are or aren't, but regardless of how much you know about vehicles, you should always look under the hood of any vehicle you're looking to buy. The reason being, even if you don't know anything about cars, you at least know what neglect looks like. So if you've got like acid buildup all around the battery, all your metal pieces that should be silver are like brown and covered in rust, and you got like spider webs and junk all over everything, then, you know, I'd probably ask some more questions at that point. That being said, this looks great. Very, very well maintained. There's not rust. There's not really anything on it. There's barely even dust here. So I'm actually really, really impressed. Batteries are in great condition, so good stuff. If you are mechanically inclined, we can go into a little bit more detail, but we'll keep this video pretty user-friendly for now. Suffice to say, when you pop the hood of an engine bay, this is exactly what you want to see. So if you have any other questions or there's anything that I missed that you'd like to see, just let me know. I'm happy to show you anything on here. But for now, this is your new ride.